my topic is said a little wrong. What I'm going to speak is about cloud computing and legal issues. So I know everybody is waiting for one law across the country, across the IT industry, and that is now called DPDP, which was first called PDPA. So पूरा वजूद ही change हो गया है. So from so many sections, fear of jail to only fear of paying 500 crore rupees. You know, like people who actually do compliance with GDPR, they feel that 500 crores would be peanuts in terms of GDPR. So the first question which normally people ask is, when is DPDP coming? So I keep, every conference I keep saying, next parliament session. And the sessions are like winter session, summer sessions, monsoon session. So abhi also, if as per my talks go with Ministry of Information Technology or the junior minister, Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, he was of a confidence that this next session will have DPDP being passed. Okay. So when it comes to cloud computing, see, DPDP is a dream. I would like to tell you what is right now 2 sections which you should bother, or 3 sections which you should bother more right now. In IT Act, we have 3 sections which primarily you should bother. One is section 72, because it talks about breach of data and breach of privacy. Second is section 80, which gives police to enter into your premises and do search and seizure work. Okay, so when it comes to cloud, now you always have these doubts, you know, when it comes to cloud, what happens? Now I will share one case with you. There was this one cheat fraud company which was operating in Pune, and our cyber police went and had a raid on it because it was almost 500 crores ka fraud. So when they were raiding this company, they had a data center in their own premises, and they wanted to confiscate those data. Under section 80, they have power to seize. So under section 80 section, you also should know, under IT Act, they have power to seize all electronic items. So whenever there is a case on you, whenever there is a call from police in your general personal life also, so they are going to confiscate everything. Everything means all your mobile phones, iPads, laptops. And when it comes to cloud computing or data centers, they try and confiscate all your blade servers or hard disk out of those servers or the storage devices. Or in some good cases, they will seal the whole data center and then take the backup from based on experts. They clone the hard disk based on experts, and then they'll send it to forensics. So section 80 gives them this power. Now the issue what I was telling you is about this call center, data center which they had raided. Now I get a call at around 11 PM in the night saying that the total hard disk what we are looking here are 600. My SP has told me to clone all the 600 hard disk in one night. Okay, that was the uneven target they were facing. And the other issue was logistics. Sir, हम लोग तो 11 hard disk लेके आए हैं, and 11 hard disk पे 600 उनको procure करके. So what was the advice given to them was, कि you also come out and bring the staff also out and seal the data center, because then it is right as per my evidence steps we require to take in evidence. Okay, the chain of evidence. So I sealed it. I advised him to seal it sitting in Mumbai. So section 80 से डरना चाहिए आपको. इसके लिए I am trying to tell you all this. Section 80 gives unlimited power to the police. If something is found in your data center, police can actually seal all the operations, and you will be left hanging with no data if you don't have backup or near DR or near whatever is the issue. So 80 से डरो. So दो चीज से 72 is violation of privacy, data breach वगैरह, जो violation of privacy नहीं है, but data breach, contract data breach के time आपका अगर if data gets under theft, punishment is up to 2 years of imprisonment and fine is only 1 lakh. But if section 43A hits you, then the fine can go in crores of rupees. Apart from this, you all should start prepare cloud computing, risk people, IT people should start preparing towards DPDP. DPDP is the new data privacy bill where the punishment starts. See, one relief is DPDP doesn't have any criminal liability. See, last time when PDPA has a criminal liability, the DPO could be jailed for 3 years. DPDP mein, there is no criminal liability. You know what is the liability? If you, it starts with 500 crore. There is a whole table of fines which you can go under, like 500 crore for this, 250 crores for not following reasonable security practices, 200 crores, 150 crores for not reporting breach. Aisa sab hai, up to hai. That means it will depend on data protection board. Now what is this data protection board? Again, there is a game here. This data protection board is all Sarkari Babus, appointed by Sarkari people. Okay, no judges. Okay, so len den table ke niche upar se those crores can go down. Okay, so you can apply your ransomware tactics in the DPDP board also. Now when you negotiate ransomware, all your negotiation tactics can actually be here applied in the DPDP board. So a new set of skills needs to be developed to get complied with DPDP. One is obviously classification of data and whatever you did for your GDPR. Yeah. The last thing, I need to follow my time very seriously, I do always follow. The last thing which I want to tell you is, when DPDP comes, there is, and when it comes to cloud computing, I can keep talking about DPDP for hours and the privacy topic. The last and most important thing is cross-border flow of data. When DPDP comes, if you see, because PDPA has gone and DPDP has come, two things, leniency has come. One is data localization and second is about cross-border flow of data. Abhi, what government has done is, let me tell you how is government manipulating this DPDP. Government has put only very less sections. How many sections? 30 sections. The bill earlier was 90 sections, wahan se 30 section pe aa gaya. 30 section mein what they are saying is, for cross-border flow of data, they will bring in rules depending upon treaties with other countries. मतलब क्या है कि tomorrow I'll have some talk, diplomatic 1:1 talk with US, and then I'll make a treaty. Then I'll make a rule, or based on the existing treaty, I'll make a rule how to exchange data between India and US. Then, based on treaty in India and EU, I'll make a rule under the DPDP, and that will say how will you exchange rules, how will you exchange data, or personal data between India and EU. So, lot of backdoor legislation. Now, this is called, my dear friends, backdoor legislation. Now, let me give you an example. IT Act, always people, you go and read IT Act on the internet, and you see that you often end up in reading IT Act which is written by IT professionals. So even the names are wrong. Even the name of the IT Act is written wrong. So, and they keep saying that IT Act 2000 से amend नहीं हुआ. Some will say 2008 में amend हुआ था. IT Act, my dear friend, last 3-4 साल से हर साल amend हो रहा है. Okay, this year also it got amended. जो अभी नया rules लेके आया IT Intermediary Digital Media Ethics Code Rules of 2023, it's an amendment. तो नया आया उसमें. So if you look at these rules which are bought in as a backdoor legislation to the original act. Original act 90 sections का है, and then there are so many rules. These rules are power of the law. So it is as good as law. So you will also have rules coming in DPDP which could exclusively be cloud computing rules for DPDP. It can happen. So data exchange rules between X and Y country, India and Y country, India and this block, different blocks of BRICS countries or EU or Canada or Asia, and those rules will govern what kind of compliance you will bring in. So apart from rules, you also need to keep track of the data protection board which will get constituted and which will give some decisions based on the DPDP Act, and that will become some kind of a case law or a precedent in our country. So along with DPDP, the rules and the precedent which gets created out of the data protection board, you are going to govern your data sitting in India on the cloud. So good luck with you, good luck to handle data with the new data protection law, and I think it is the right time for your teams to get ready to start learning about this new law which is coming and compliance requirements with regards to this law. So best of luck for your further journey in this data privacy world regards to your cloud computing or any kind of data which you are handling here in India for your clients or for as a cloud computing vendor or as a reseller, whatever is your role. And thank you VARINDIA for calling me as a guest of honor to speak here before an August audience. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.